Hey y'all, it's Celt. So there was a question asked on my The Right's response to Trump's possible arrest video, and I think we should talk about it. So the question was asked because I pointed out that the right keeps calling the possible arrest of Donald Trump a political move while calling for the arrest of Hillary Clinton and Hunter Biden. And the question is, should Hunter Biden not be arrested for smoking meth on camera? Now, honestly, I take this as a good faith question, and it's actually a good question. Now, one small detail I want to address is I have not seen any reports of Hunter Biden smoking meth on camera. I have seen news articles referencing a video in which Hunter Biden smokes crack on camera. That's a very small detail that pretty much changes nothing, but if we're going to do this, let's do this right. Now, my answer may be controversial for some people, and my answer is simple. No, Hunter Biden should not be prosecuted in any way for smoking crack on camera. And before anyone jumps in the comments trying to say I'm trying to give Hunter Biden a pass, I say this because I believe no person should be prosecuted in any way for using any kind of drug. There should be no person incarcerated for the use of any type of substances in their own body. It is time that we collectively admit that the war on drugs is a total and absolute failure. It has failed to the point that we make memes congratulating drugs on winning the war on drugs. Mass incarceration of people for drug laws has done nothing to lower the drug use rate in this country. All it has done is fill our prisons. Now, I'm not a libertarian, but the one thing I'll agree with libertarians is, how do we claim that we are a free country when someone can do something consensually to their own body that lands them in jail? And now I want you to understand this really clear. I personally do not advocate for the use of drugs. I advocate for ending the incarceration of people who use drugs. In 2007 alone, there was over 1.8 million arrests for drug laws. That's just arrests, not convictions, but that is a massive amount of arrests. That's in 2007. And we still in 2023 are talking about the drug epidemic. We have been arresting more and more people for drug abuse law violations, and police departments are still asking for more money to enforce drug laws to stop the drug epidemic in this country. When we've conducted actual scientific studies about what actually helps lower the drug use in our country, and it's not incarceration, it's assistance. Assistance like safe injection sites actually lower the amount of drug use in our country. Because when they come to that safe injection site, they can get assistance. They can meet with harm reduction specialists. They can meet with counselors, and they can get the assistance, help, and support they need to quit using. But instead, we throw them in jail on trumped-up charges that are racially motivated. One of the people who worked closely with Richard Nixon came out and directly stated that the war on drugs was meant to target black people and hippies, stating that they knew they couldn't make it illegal to be against the war or black. So they decided to force an association of anti-war hippies with marijuana and black people with heroin and criminalize both of them. We see this racial bias and forced association in other drug sentencing laws. Until very recently, there was 100-to-1 difference in the sentencing of cocaine and crack. For those of you who don't know, that's the same drug, just in a different form. Is it in powder or crystallized? Meaning if you had 5 grams of crack, which is nothing more than crystallized cocaine, you got the same sentence as someone who had 500 grams of cocaine. Same drug, same general effects on the body, but the different forms in which the drug was taken were associated with different groups of people. Powdered cocaine was generally more associated with white people, while crack cocaine was generally more associated with black people. Again, it's the same drug. It would be the equivalent of someone getting a different sentence for THC oil or THC gummies. And to top it all off, the drug that produces the most amount of arrests is marijuana, pot, a drug that is now legal in many states. There are people in jail for marijuana while people make millions running dispensaries. If you want to end the drug epidemic in this country, if you want to slow the tide of fentanyl coming across the border like people like Marjorie Taylor Greene like to spout off about all the time while not actually doing anything to change it, we need to address how this country handles our drug epidemic by switching from incarceration model to assistance and aid model. So to recap, no, I don't believe Hunter Biden should be prosecuted for doing drugs on camera, because I don't believe anyone should be prosecuted for that.